And now, it's the Still Unnamed Podcast with your host, Petey Salas.
Oh, we can pick it up, or never mind. We'll wing it. I feel like I haven't done this since last year.
You want me to punch you in the mouth?
That joke hasn't gotten old yet?
No, it's good in its cheesiness.
Right. Okay.
Like if you hear it from someone that knows 100% that they're doing it to just
right,
then it's funny.
Which I clearly am.
But if someone genuinely thinks they're funny, like those people who are like, "Hey guys, hump day." Right?
There's a camel like in your office. There's a camel in every office, really. The one that's like still quoting Borat and shit like that.
My wife.
Yeah. Like he just saw it last night. Oh boy.
Oh, you know what else? The Run Forest Run.
People are still doing that?
Yeah. It's been over 20 years probably.
Wow, I mean that's a testament to its staying power, I guess.
Yeah.
Or just
a good movie.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, I guess we're starting this.
Okay.
That's how we do it. Hey kids, and welcome to the Still Unnamed Podcast with Petey Salas, and with me as always is
Mark Rodriguez. You shouldn't say as always.
That's true. It's not. I mean, but it kind of rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, you're not always with me, but you're with me in spirit. And actually, here's a segue. You're always asked about whenever you're not here by whoever I'm talking to, because usually I'm talking to people who are fans or people who know the show and people who love you. Case in point, today we've got Chris and Becca on the show.
Hey, I visited you guys that night you recorded it.
You did, but you weren't here for the actual recording.
No, I was doing stupid adult things.
What?
Not like sexy things. I mean like paying bills and doing work.
Yeah, that type of shit. While I'm outside having fun podcasting with our fans, you're inside, trying to better yourself.
What kind of questions do we get? Because I know you've been saying... Oh,
shit. I was supposed to print those out, and I didn't.
You've been alluding to...
I have, and I have a folder on my laptop that shit. I was supposed to do that today. I'm sorry. My bad. Thanks for bringing that up.
Hey, no one likes to throw you under the bus like this guy.
That is true. That is quite true. So we've got Chris and Becca on. They are two super fans of ours,
and they're lovely people.
They are. They're fun people. They are fans of the show. They're friends of mine first and foremost. And Chris became a super fan. He was one of the first ones to reach out to me and actually use the link on TSUpodcast.com.
Plug.
Right. And write to me and just kind of say like, hey, I really like your show and whatever. So he's been wanting to be on. So we had him on and I was very happy to have him on. Should we get to that right now?
Let's go to it.
Let's go to that.
I haven't heard it. Let's fire her up.
All right. Let's go to Chris and Becca right now.
The green beets.
Thank you.
I do.
Thank you. They're not from the pulga. They're real.
They're legit. I see the green. I see the red wire.
All right. Hey guys.
Hey Petey.
Hey. What's up?
Nothing.
I'm here with Becca and Chris, the BFFs for life.
Yeah.
Best friends forever for life.
I'm joking. Today's a good day.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks, I'm excited.
I love the podcast.
Yes,
so
you do. I get almost a weekly text from him about how much he loves it.
Dude,
and then
so
it's
quite a wonderful ego boost for me. Like it helps out a lot. So I appreciate that. You guys have been wanting to be on, you especially since like episode 2. So I'm happy to have you guys on. And what we're going to talk about, who knows? Who cares? I'm
all for it.
We're shooting the shit. You guys brought an enormous amount of alcohol to my house.
How I roll.
Which is much appreciated.
It's so delicious.
I can't do it.
Why not?
It's like the sweaty balls.
He cracked me up.
Right, like the delicious dish. Good
Yeah,
times. Good times.
Good times.
All right. Well, I'm glad to have you guys on. Truly, you guys are the first fans, quote unquote, that
Yeah, that's fun.
requested, and now you're here, and that's cool.
And were you your first duo?
Actually,
No.
Edna and Elisa. I just did them, but this is the first time I have my mixer out, so you each have microphones, whereas they shared one. So,
We don't like to share.
Get your own cup.
you guys are like the definition of BFFs, in my opinion. Like you guys you vacation together, you're always together. Every
Yeah.
photograph I see, it's the two of you. So, like, when did this start? When did this
I mean, I would probably say true. I mean, I've known Chris since we were in junior high.
6th grade, we know.
But we didn't have
knew each
classes
other.
together. High
Okay.
school, we still didn't have classes together. So I think it's more like in college,
Actually, like probably high school kicker dance.
kicker dance.
That's when we got
What year did you guys graduate?
2001.
2001. Okay, you guys are 1 year after me. I keep forgetting that I'm that close. I always think I'm much older than you guys for some reason. I don't know.
As I think
We
we're
act
much
like we're 12.
I think we're much older than you, but it's not that case either.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you guys are BFFs, I guess that would make us FTFs because we are friends through a friend. That is how I met you guys.
I like it.
I met you guys through Patty, who by the time this episode drops, you guys would have already met her. I just recorded her last week or
Yeah.
a week ago. I don't know what it was. Anyway, and when I first met you guys, obviously it was like I said, friends through a friend. And but I like to think that we're friends now. I mean, this was a
Yeah.
few years ago, right?
Yep.
I mean, so we've grown since then. The one thing that I can always say is I enjoy just listening to you guys, which is exactly why I wanted you on this show, because I wanted to highlight that and showcase that to other people of just how fun it is to be a fly on the wall with you guys. I don't even need to be talking to you all.
You could just say, we're a train wreck. Just say everything.
We're a hot train wreck.
Hot train wreck. That's awesome. I like that. So anyway, I had a question. Since you guys, it's around Christmas time. Probably not when this airs. It'll be mid-January, so this will be like a Christmas hangover type of thing. We'll be talking about Christmas. That's cool. Regifting. What is your policy on regifting?
Make sure you don't regift to the person who gave it to you.
Yeah,
I
as
re-gift.
long as it's not inside the inner circle, I think it's okay, because I think it's offensive to make faces at the people. You know, maybe that
Oh,
gift's
yeah.
not for you. It came with a good intention.
Right.
And I don't think it's appropriate to make ugly faces or kind of just be, disrespectful. Like, they went out of their way to do something nice for you.
Okay.
So I'm okay with regifting. I mean, do I personally do it? No. Like, I don't even take things back that I buy.
I know, me neither.
I'm like, oh, I bought the wrong color, and I'll just keep it. Like, I'm like, I work there. Like, take it back, and I just won't do it. So I'm okay if people regift my gifts. I think I'm an awesome gift giver. But
Okay.
Yeah, I think about a gift, but I mean, I have shirts in my closet that family has given me,
Uh-huh.
and I can't even put myself to return it
Right.
because they took the time out to get it.
Right.
So sometimes eventually I'll wear it. Actually, I think a year ago I put on a shirt that one of my aunts had given me
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago.
Okay.
And I was like,
And then he painted his house.
with it.
With the shirt.
I used it for a sponging technique. No, I wore it, and then I looked at myself and I was like, this is why I don't wear it. I look like a freaking lumberjack.
Right. Okay.
So
It's
I
not
never
his
wore it
style.
again. No,
No?
not my style.
Okay. The reason I bring it up is because something happened today
Oh.
at the office.
I'm so intrigued.
And you didn't make it any better because of the way that you so eloquently described how it's
I work
rude.
retail.
Yeah.
I wear retail.
I have
So-
a way with words.
I kind of have two offices. I work out of my main office in Edinburgh, and then I work out of the TV station in McAllen. I haven't been to my main office all week. I go there today, and I see a plant, a flower or something in a pot sitting on my desk. And it's sitting next to a Christmas card from one of the local TV stations because they always bring us gifts or whatever. And so I figured it came from them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at this thing, and you don't typically see a plant or any signs of life in my office at all. And one of the girls from the accounting department walks by, and of course it draws attention because, first of all, I'm hardly ever there. Secondly, what the fuck do I have a plant on my desk for? So she walks in and she says, where'd you get that? And I said, I think it's a gift from one of the TV stations. And I said, I don't know, I'm probably going to kill this thing. And she goes, well, can I have it? I said, sure, you can have it. Go ahead, take it. So she picks it up and she walks out.
Cool. End of story. I'm ready to leave my office, and this other girl from accounting comes over, and she's like all huffy, and she's like, why would you give her a plant and not me? And I'm like, and in the hallway, right in front of my boss's office, I'm saying, dude, it's not a big deal. Like, okay, I didn't want it. I'm going to kill it. So it'd be better off with her. I'm sorry. Had you seen me first, I would have given it to you. And my boss perks up, and she's like, no, that needs to come back here. And I'm like,
stop it.
And I'm arguing with her, and I'm like, I don't want it. I don't even have a window. So it's better off in her office. Oh, no. So I turn around and I walk away. Okay. Lunchtime comes around, and I get a call from one of my coworkers there, and she's like, hey, she's really upset. I said, why? Because she gave it to you. I had no idea that my boss gave me that my boss
there
gave me this.
There should have been a card in the plant. People out there, if you're going to gift a plant, they have little cards at the florist. It takes you 2 seconds to say, to Pete from your boss.
Right. So I not only regifted, I regifted on the same day I received it and right in front of her.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, that took some smoothing over. I called her and I apologized or whatever. It's all fine now.
Again,
But
I think
it's just
you had great intentions. You didn't want to kill the plant.
Right.
I think it's a great intention that you want to give it to somebody who wanted it and would take care of it.
Yeah, so.
Or note to self,
but maybe
don't
you
give
should
a
have
plant
waited.
to a guy.
And maybe you should have waited a day.
Maybe I should have, but I was just like it was absurd. I was like, why do I have a plant
That's
in here?
interesting. Why would she give you a plant?
Well, she bought one for all of us there in the marketing department, but it was just kind of like one of those things. Like
I'd have given a Starbucks gift card.
Yeah, something you could use.
Yeah.
So I figured it was fresh. I decided to ask two people of what their policy on regifting.
I mean,
was,
we give my dad the same Father's Day card every year. He
Really?
has no clue. And he knows that we give him the same card. And then he's like, I've never seen this card. But he, like, legitimately doesn't think he's ever seen the card. So either A, he's a fantastic actor, or B, he's just being nice to us. But I think he forgets. He forgets what I tell him, like, 2 seconds ago. So,
Yeah.
same card. I'm like, why waste money? He reads, and in your face, he throws it in the trash.
Are you serious?
And we're like, Dad, like,
So
why
you
are
just-
you doing that? Like, put it up on the counter for a weekend? No.
So you just get it out of the trash and
Yep.
give it back to him in
Totally.
364
Make him a
days.
card next time.
No, I'm not going to take the time to throw it away.
Okay, well, how long are you supposed to keep a card in reality?
Oh, I have cards like from like high school.
Okay, I have cards from like my grandma who's passed away,
Yeah.
like as a memory.
Yeah.
But like, how long? If you don't have a mantle, this is also a Seinfeld thing. But if you don't have a mantle to put these cards on, like, what are you supposed to do with them?
I think it's per holiday. Your birthday, keep it up birthday month.
Yeah.
Christmas,
Okay,
leave it
that's
as
a
long
good
as you have
policy.
your Christmas lights up, keep it up.
That's a good policy.
And then I have a box that I put like cards. If it's someone that's just like an acquaintance, then that goes away. But if it's
Right.
like actually just the other day, I cleaned out a drawer and I had cards from our friend Sarah, like from 2001.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're clever, I'm going to keep them.
Right.
Not that I go back to them, but then when you do come across it, you're like, yeah, that was a
I
good
have
card.
I have a good amount of cards like in a drawer somewhere or like in a Tupperware thing somewhere. But yeah, it's
Keep it
kind of
fresh or what?
yeah, I'm trying to keep it fresh. Exactly.
Don't get stale now.
Right. And okay, I want to go back to something real quick that you mentioned. You mentioned clothing, that you got a shirt or something. Okay. Where do you get your clothes? Because I have absolutely zero fashion sense. I'm wearing legitimately a black Hanes t-shirt right now. I'm dressed like Wayne from Wayne's World.
Maroon. Well,
It's a Puma one.
sorry, it's Puma.
I know. That's
Sure.
why I brought it up. Every time I see you, you're very well dressed. And my problem is I'm a larger boy as well.
Hi, have we met?
And I can't find good clothing for myself.
It's difficult. Being
Okay.
a bigger guy, it is difficult. I love Dillard's.
Okay.
But there's times at Dillard's to shop. I usually, when I go to Dillard's, it's at the end of the month, like
Okay.
the last weekend, because it's additional 30% off the sale items.
Okay.
You just have to try stuff on.
I really wanna-
I hate trying stuff on, but I do just so that I can make sure it fits.
I want to dress better. I want to dress like an adult because
Dude, we should like totally have a
Makeover.
weekend.
Yes.
Do it.
All I
could
do-
skincare. We could do masks.
let's do it. I'm
I mean,
down.
I'm all for it. I got tons.
I'm down.
Of
I need
skincare.
to trim the beard also.
No, I like it.
Do you?
Oh, that's good.
Thank you. It's still growing. But yeah, that's like I remember I was going to ask you that, and then you brought up clothing. I need to find better clothes because like typically I have shirts I literally that I have had since 2001.
I mean, there's okay. I think lounging, sleeping.
Yeah.
I think we all kind of have those shirts that we just don't want to get rid of. They're too cozy.
For sure.
You should have
Also,
good pow.
Target has amazing clothing.
Really?
Yeah, like you would
Yes.
never think, but literally some of my favorite shirts are from Target.
Okay.
Wait, do Forever 21 have men's stuff?
They do, but like they're for like anorexic men.
Oh, it's pretty stylish.
Yeah. They're for like the major mo's.
Right.
And they're real anorexic.
Yeah.
I know, I've given it a shot.
Fuck those people.
Although I did have good luck at H&M when we went to New York.
Oh, H&M's good.
Yeah, and it's really,
It's cheap.
it's pretty cheap.
But
It's
do I
affordable.
have to book a flight to New York to go?
No.
there?
You know what I would do? Shop
stores not
online. You could do online and try.
You know,
Online
I tried a few years ago. It's funny you mentioned that. I tried online shopping at JCPenney one time. And
JCPenney's good too.
Bring it on, bring it
Okay.
on. I got something to tell you about
okay.
that.
I ordered probably 6 shirts. And I'm talking years ago. This was like 2004.
It's totally changed.
I ordered 6 shirts. 5 of them, a 3X. It's like a medium.
Oh no.
It's labeled 3X, but I couldn't close it.
Really?
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens.
brands.
It's brand.
brand.
Because you have to look. There's different cuts, especially like in like a button-down shirt.
Mhm.
There's like a fitted cut. There's a relaxed cut. There's a classic cut. It's gonna be.
So do I want relaxed? Is that
you want relaxed?
I would say relax.
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah,
Got to reorder.
It's always a crapshoot when you order online. Always. I mean,
Except Groupon, man.
Groupon's
They never
so good.
they never let me down.
really.
Yeah.
Groupon's
I've
good.
only Groupon restaurants. I don't.
Oh,
I don't
no.
Oh
do-
no, they have really good deals.
Mm.
She's got me into Groupon.
Okay.
Although literally Becca's probably the biggest Groupon shopper that I know.
Oh, I mean,
I was
why
at her house one time and she like there was like a pile of Groupon boxes.
Uh huh.
Like
I walked
a
in today and I got 2 Groupon boxes. I'm like, what is it here? It's like Christmas every day for me, even though they're not presents for me most of the time. But
Well, that's cool. That's
Yeah, you get really
it's
good deals. Mm-hmm.
The fun of just opening the packages is that's
no, but the gift card ones for like the restaurants, those are really
Yeah,
good.
those are good.
But you have to look to see because sometimes you get $5 back Groupons.
okay.
So I bought a Chili's $25 and I got $5 back in Groupon. Then I bought a CVS. I'm always at CVS.
Uh-huh.
CVS $25, got a $5 back.
Okay.
And automatically the next order, they're like, would you like to use your $10? I'm like, yes, I would.
Wow.
Instantly.
So are you also like an extreme couponer?
No,
or-
I totally wish. I just don't have the time.
Okay, I don't know how that works.
I
I don't know.
don't
I don't know how
either.
you can go
It's
in
like
there and get
manufacturers.
12 like bottles of
That's ridiculous.
dial for like 10
Why
cents.
do you need 12 bottles of dial?
I know.
Like they give you money back sometimes.
Yeah,
So,
that's.
like,
I don't understand how it works.
either.
Although I've been kind of like intrigued by the new Target apps.
Okay.
Yeah, I have
They
it
have
too.
the Cartwheel and then the Target regular coupons.
Okay.
Apparently, according to the girl, you can use Target coupons, manufacturer coupon, and Cartwheel coupon all at the same time.
Jesus.
That's how they say
That's
it.
a lot of savings.
Do you think they do that because they just have to clear out shit like
I think they do it to like
I don't know.
be
That's a
competitive.
good question.
to be competitive? I guess.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's a great question. I never even thought of why they send out so many coupons like that.
Because-
I did ask an employee one time, do you hate the people that coupon? And they said, actually I don't. It does take a lot of time up in the line, so other clients get frustrated, but they're like, hey, more power to them. Like, it takes work to coupon.
Mm-hmm.
And they're
For
like,
real.
if they're
I don't
breaking
have
it
time.
down, like, whatever, like, the manufacturer is okay with giving away this product for free, essentially, so
Right.
why get mad at the person working for it?
I think it's like the end of the line for those products because like I was told, and I haven't done my research on this, but I was informed by someone who worked at Dollar General that like those dollar store like items, especially food, it's like not expired, but it is too
Close.
old to be sitting on an HEB shelf. So like
Probably.
they send them back to the manufacturer and then they sell them at a cheaper rate to the Dollar
I
General
don't know how
stores.
that's possible though, because Dollar General is pretty freaking expensive.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
went there
It
the other
is.
day to go get something for lunch because we were having hot dogs, I think, and someone was like, "Oh, go get some chips."
Uh-huh.
I might as well have just gone to HEB. I ended up leaving with like $7. I mean, granted, I
Like
did
2
borrow
bags,
a couple
it's
of
the
other
same.
things.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah, I thought it was
how
supposed to be
is
$1.
Yeah, what happened to the general dollar thing?
But you know what? I think that that's accurate because so the fragrances that we sell, they're
Uh-huh.
like legit. They come from Dior. They come from
Right.
Gucci. And so something I recently found out from like the actual buyers of it is I asked them like we live in such a competitive mall. Like how can I get my clients not want to go buy that same cologne and those little kiosks when they're like half off?
Like a
Right.
Perfumania and stuff.
Right. And so I asked and I said, what's the difference? So they pretty much told me when we buy the stuff from the actual company, they give it to us fresh off of the cart, basically. And it has a shelf life. When we don't sell it, we send it back. They sell it to those little kiosks for a lot cheaper because all the alcohol is already evaporated. So
Right.
it is a legit fragrance from the company.
Right.
It's just old, so it's not going to last as long.
Right.
So it's probably totally what happens with like the food and the
Yeah.
coupons.
I think that's true. I don't know.
I'm picking on my colognes. I just buy it fresh.
fresh,
a diva.
fresh from the vine. Just pull it right off.
My brother's
Right.
diva about cologne too. I'm like, it's just cologne.
No, there's a difference.
I mean, I get free cologne every day. I just go
Exactly.
or perfume.
Okay, I need to go with you to your job because I haven't had cologne in like over 2 years.
Oh my god.
Whoa. I'll hook you up, man.
I need something like
We're gonna be like your
I
Sharon
know, like,
Dion.
scents. You tell me what your favorite cologne is. I can hook you up with something that's super close to it so it's not so
Right.
different. Like, it's my job. It's what I do.
That's awesome. That is
Hook him
awesome.
up with some skincare too.
Right.
He has good skin.
Thank
You
you.
do.
I need
We
to.
can just sunscreen it, prevent wrinkles.
I like this.
Just cataloging everything like
I
what
am.
you need.
I'm writing that down. So like, makeup is pretty much your world, right? That's the
It's my
world
world. I
you
worked
come
in
from.
the Sephora inside JCPenney for almost 7 years.
You always have flawless makeup at always.
Oh, well, if you are looking at my makeup, you think it's flawless. I appreciate it because my makeup has literally been on since like 6:30 this morning.
Really? Well, that's some
Yeah.
good. That's some good
Lipstick
quality
did
shit
touch up
there.
after lunch, but yeah, but I mean, essentially, like when you know your job, it's gonna stay on the
Right.
way that everybody else wants it to stay on. I mean, I don't know if this is too girly to discuss, but
Please.
what I really hate is social media right now.
Okay.
Because we got all these damn Kim Kardashians and stuff on Instagram, and people want to come in
Kylie
and they
Kendall.
oh Kylie, I need this lipstick Kylie's wearing. I'm like, bitch, it didn't say what color she's wearing, and they don't understand. Like your natural lip color affects the way the lipstick comes
Right.
out, so they expect it like right then and there.
Much like cologne, it's not the same on every
Yes.
person.
No,
Right.
and they don't understand. Well, it smells great on my best friend. I'm like, I understand, but your pH balance is different. The amount of acidity in your skin, so
Dumbass, you may smell.
I appreciate social media because it brings a lot of clients in. At the same time, I hate it because then their expectation is to contour like exactly this person that they saw on YouTube.
Right.
And I'm trying to explain you have a different face shape and
Right.
your contour is not recommended this way. And they like kind of question me. I'm like, do you realize like this is my profession? I've done this for a very long time.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at my picture with Mario Lopez. It's perfect. So
Even with the high pony.
I did. I wore a high pony because I wanted to be like Kelly Clarkson.
No, you did not. You did not.
I told Grace.
I'm not even joking. I got her house.
Do
I
you
was
think
like,
he'll notice?
I was like, I love the high pony. She's like, I did it for Mario. It was like the half up, half down.
I know.
With the high pony.
Oh my god. Yeah, when I met him,
great.
like I was just fighting the urge to say, "Can you please just call me Preppy once? Just once."
So.
Dang, you could have borrowed one of Chris's shirts.
I know.
Yeah, you could have.
Damn it.
Mhm.
Damn it. Missed opportunities.
It's okay.
Oh well.
Hopefully it'll happen again.
Yeah. I wonder
At
who
least
they'll
you
bring
got to
next
grope
year.
him.
I don't know.
You did grope him.
I did a
You were
little
telling
bit, and I wasn't ashamed.
me.
He showed a little extra dimple. In it.
Okay. I'm gonna bring something else up here.
Okay.
Cakes.
Yes.
You are the cake man.
I've been told.
Yeah.
I dabble.
I dabble in it.
I'm going to put the link right here on YouTube for you guys. But this guy, Chris, Masterpiece Cake Art,
Mm-hmm.
it lives up to its name.
Thank you.
I'm going to be honest with you. And what did I write down here? Okay. The first thing that I think, not just you, it's and a lot of people who are searching cakes
Mm-hmm.
outside of like Sam's or something, is price.
Yes.
It's always one of those things. But a lot of people consider, gourmet cakes and professional cakes to be too expensive. My thing is you got to see it for what it is. I consider what you do art.
Thank you.
It is edible art.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the hardest things to put a price on.
It is.
It is time, effort, and artistic creativity.
Yeah.
I
I had a huge problem with that. Like when I first started,
Mhm.
because there was times I was up to like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning,
Okay.
working on one cake, and I was like I was undervaluing my time, and that's
Right.
what it is. It's a whole lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same ingredients: sugar, flour, eggs, milk, butter, but
Right.
it takes a lot of time to do them.
No, and it shows. It really shows.
Thanks.
I remember my like 2 years ago, the first cake I ever purchased from you. My girlfriend at the time, she was obsessed with Dexter,
I remember that cake.
Don't get Becca started on Dexter.
and you know she wanted a Dexter themed birthday. And I mean, it's not like something that I can go find at Party City, you know. So like I figured the best way to tie it all together was the centerpiece to be a really nice Dexter themed cake. So I started looking it up, and I looked up different ideas on you know the internet and whatever. I found a couple pictures, and I said, I think, excuse me, I underestimated your ability. I really did, and I fully admit that now. I was wrong. I gave you these pictures. I told you what I wanted on it, and you fucking over delivered. And the picture should be here, right there. Okay.
Nice.
It was amazing.
Thank you.
It was an amazing cake, and it was fully edible. And it's one of those things that like it was the talk of the party
from
you
the
know.
table to everything.
Yeah.
The only thing it wasn't was like obviously
The saran wrap.
Right.
Yeah, but
Oh, I think I
better.
ate that though. I'm sorry.
Could have
But
done
no.
it with gelatin. Now I think about it, like literally, like I'll look at a cake that I've done. And I was like, I could have done this.
What
But-
was your most complex cake that you've ever done?
Ooh, most complex one. I think is when I started doing like they're called like topsy turvies or where they're like tapered in type
Okay.
thing because you're like taking away angles of cake.
Okay.
That's when it gets a little hard because you know
It's hard to
cake
balance, I
wants
suppose,
to
right?
Mad Hatters,
fall.
yeah.
The
Right,
Mad Hatter
right.
cakes. Another
Okay.
name from that was started like I got nervous and I had like one quinceañera. That's what they wanted. They wanted the Mad Hatter style, and then there was like all this shit on it. There was feathers and gems like hanging off of it, masks because it was like a masquerade theme. And sugar is heavy, especially when you get into like gum paste and fondant and stuff. So that shit's heavy.
Right.
And then when you have like a severe angle on a cake, that's you know, it's It's worrisome, especially when traveling.
Right.
Taking the cake. Oof.
Yeah. This last year, I bought another cake from you for her birthday also, and it was a two-tiered.
It was a two-tier one.
And I was traveling all the way to the beach with it, dude. I was driving there like at 2 miles an hour, like I was in a fucking parade. My butt was puckered. I was just like, oh my god, I cannot drop this. And that was an awesome cake too, with the tiara and everything on it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When you gave me the parameters to go off of, I was like, I don't know how this is gonna look all coming together onto one, because it was like, I call it the goth princess, because it was really girly on top,
right?
But then it had like the skulls and the dog collar
and the spikes,
spikes. So I was like, I don't know how it's gonna all go together, but it came out. I thought it came out really good.
Well, I mean, if anything, I appreciate that you didn't tell me that over the phone. You were like, I don't know if I can do that.
And,
I mean,
sometimes, like, my eye, I go, especially for girls' cakes, I go to the extreme girly.
Okay.
Because, I mean, that's... I
That's
go
what
to,
we want.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's where my vision always goes. And then I think, because also I talked with Jamie's mom earlier in that week, and she went really extremely girly. It had, like, rainbow sprinkles covering the entire cake with a big bow and a really glittery topper. So that's where initially I was going with it. And then Petey comes in, turns it like full 180. So I was like,
yeah, well, I knew exactly what she wanted. So that's the way that I went with that.
And then I was like, we're going to go with it. We're going to go all full out. So the crown that we did on top was like, we're going to airbrush it black.
Yeah.
With the
was
black
awesome.
pearls and...
It was very cool.
We're going to do it right.
Very, very cool. That was an awesome cake.
I've seen you make a tiara. It's intense.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I mean, you're right on. When it says artistry, like, it is. I mean, you pay money for that because
it is. It's not
nerve-wracking.
It's not like a drawn on,
No.
like he drew it on with frosting. This was like a 3D art.
And people don't understand that.
They don't. And you know what? Because people will come to my store and they'll spend... $300 to get a makeover done by choice, but then they complain if they're spending $300 for a cake because it's the same thing. It's artistry. One's on a face and one's on an edible.
Yeah, you're gonna wipe off your
arrangement.
face, people.
Right.
At least this one, you're gonna consume it. It'll be in there for a while until you shit it out. But still,
It's still
But
art.
you're gonna have leftovers,
Right.
And then the pictures will last forever.
Exactly, and that's exactly why.
Yeah, I always have a lot of people who are like, "It's just cake." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's a cake that's gonna
It's my
take me
time.
14 hours."
Yeah, that's
to do.
that's obnoxious to hear that from somebody. And I mean, not at all on the same level, because I don't consider what I do art at all. But like when I do like outside projects or make commercials or shoot a wedding or some
but that
other
is
thing.
art.
Right. There's a lot of work that goes into it. It's the pre-production, it's the production, and then the editing, and then the present. There's a lot of stuff.
So much stuff.
So that is hard to put a price on too.
Yeah.
I've had that problem also, where like my uncle or something will ask me to shoot something.
Family's the worst to do a cake for.
Yeah.
Just because like you want to make this to live up to your standards, but then especially if it's like pro bono,
Right.
like it's like I stayed up till 2:00 finishing your cake and nothing.
Right.
Right.
Oh well, but that's one of the things I wanted to bring up today, was to give you props and
Thank you.
and plug you just
I
a
love
little
it.
bit.
I love doing it though.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, if you find something that you love to do and it makes you a little extra money, shit, it's awesome.
That's why I love weddings. Wedding cakes.
Right.
You can make so much money. Not gonna lie. Especially like when brides, when they like go online. Man, they come up with some of this stuff, and then when they get the price tag, that's when they're like starting to back off, and their butts start puckering.
Right.
I'm gonna tell Chris, I just want one tier, everything sheet cake, and I'm gonna put a Mickey Mouse on top. Done. Wedding. Done. We'll just add some sprinkles.
That's perfect.
Mickey Mouse on top.
It's so expensive. I mean, but you pay for. I mean, my dad bribed me.
You get what you pay for, in every sense of the word.
Yes.
If you go buy a $12 HEB cake, you're gonna get
A $12 HEB.
Dude, although their
HEB.
frosting is legit. HEB
I don't care for it.
Oh, man,
I do
love
not
it.
care for it.
HEB frosting comes from a bucket,
I'll take that bucket.
and their cakes are frozen.
Becca's like, I'll eat the shit out of that
Dude,
bucket.
fuck yeah. Give me a spoon. Things are getting personal.
So, did you guys have a good time?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm already like a little tipsy. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
I'm
that's
not gonna
good.
lie. I'm feeling it a little bit.
I think we should keep this party going out off mic.
Heck yeah, I got RumChata.
RumChata.
And moonshine cherries.
Oh my God, I'm scared
that's
of those.
right. I
I'm
gotta
gonna
try
pop
that.
those like.
Like Mario Lopez. She's thinking about it really hard.
I did.
You should have just gone for it. What are they gonna do? You already got your
know.
picture.
Dude, I probably would have that
Just
person tackled.
Grab a
Snapshot monitor.
just a handful of Slater
I know,
ass.
I totally should have. Damn it.
Or in the words of Vanderpump Rules, motorboat his D.
Dude, did you? That is
watch
my
Vanderpump?
favorite line.
I've seen that,
of Vanderpump Rules, like all season.
Motorboat that D, Becca. Next
Motorboat that D.
Dude, like, so
Time. I don't know how you motorboat a D, but
Motorboat AC's D.
I'm not gonna show you.
No, it's okay. She went all J-Lo on us with a whisper.
I know. Did you notice J-Lo whispers in every damn movie she's in?
You know what? Now that you say that,
Anytime
I
it's like
noticed that.
sentimental, she's like, PD, I had a really good time. I'm not joking. Like, it's like such like a.
It's so true.
It's true. Like, okay, where'd that come from, J-Lo?
You put it into a real life situation, which made it even better.
It's messed up. Just listen, people. Just
I
listen
will.
for it.
I will. I'm gonna go watch some J-Lo. I'm gonna binge watch some J-Lo this weekend.
She even does it in Selena.
She does. No, it's totally fun. It's like having conversation,
Right.
like normal conversation, drink
Yeah.
and chat.
There you
I'm
go.
on board.
That's the point. Thank you guys for being on.
Cool.
Thanks for having us, PD.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Well, that was Chris and Becca right there, two super fans of the show and super fans of you.
Thank you for being so kind. I am pretty hilarious. I think what the podcast doesn't do justice is I'm also quite handsome.
Yes, that is true. That is true. I'm having trouble. Like, look, the new setup I have you sitting across from me now, as opposed to my right.
Yeah.
So I'm having to stare at you the whole time. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
It's difficult to
you know
maintain
the-
composure.
Because I shop at Target. That's where I get all my threads.
Call back. I like that. So yeah, they're pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I liked them.
Yeah, I was very happy that after we recorded that, like about a week or two later, I got to hang out with them at a Christmas party, and they were hilarious. They were the life of the party as usual, and just kind of like cutting it up. I can just sit back and just be a fly on the wall and just listen to them, and just it's hilarious. They get along like peas and carrots. There's another another Forrest Gump reference for you. So, yeah.
I don't go to parties.
No, you don't.
I don't like parties.
No, well, neither do I. Did you hear the last episode with Patty where we were talking about how?
Yeah, like you just. I was listening to it and I was like, I agree with 100% of what you're saying. I really like having my kids now because then I could be like, oh, I would love to go to a club with you or go to your housewarming party, but I have to like go home and take care of my kids.
Right.
It's like 11 o'clock at night and my kids are asleep.
It's like the perfect excuse, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of one of those things. I don't like the idea of parties. I dread them, and it's like, fuck, I know I have to do this weekend, and I don't want to, and then I finally get there, and I have a good time.
You have a good time.
I do. I have a good time, and you know, I make people laugh, and people laugh with me and laugh at me and whatever. I end up always having a good time. It's just the getting there. It's the getting out of bed, I guess is the best way to say it. I don't like to get up and once I'm comfortable and I've got the jammies on and whatnot, and that's always how it is. It's like, shit, I'm going to set my alarm for an hour. I'm going to try to catch a nap before this party. And the alarm goes off, and I'm like, okay, let's do this. And then I get there, and then I end up having a good time, and I don't leave till 4 a.m.
Whenever I go to a party, I have a pleasant time. I don't not enjoy it. I just feel like I'm a pretty awkward person when I'm around like people I'm pretty familiar with. I'm okay when I'm around like a few people I know and like a lot more people that I don't know. I have no idea how to act because I can't get it out of my mind. Like, I don't know this person, and this is the first impression, so I'm just gonna ruin it.
So you don't think you'll make a good impression the first time around?
No, I don't think so, because I feel like it takes a long time for me to warm up to a person.
Okay,
like to just be like funny, because I need to know. I have to gauge what kind of person you are. I have to gauge what kind of humor you're into, and then based off of that, I'm gonna make you love me.
So would you say like you're like a 3-date, minimum before someone will actually, you'll warm up, or people will get to see the real you? Or whatever?
Alyssa, she didn't like me at first. She really did not like me.
That seems like a trend here in the Salas household.
But eventually people warm up to me. Right.
That's cool.
So you don't like me, Pete?
Oh, let's not get into that now. We're going to save that one. We have plans.
We do have plans.
We have plans, upcoming plans. This would be episode 17 that we're on right now.
I think so,
if I'm not mistaken. So in about 11 episodes,
something special is going to happen, and that's all you're going to hear.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
That's called a teaser. But if you could do your math, 17 plus 11, that's another hint.
That's not a hint.
That's not a hint.
Nobody's going to understand.
No one knows what that means.
We can touch on that special. I think I'm giving too much.
Yeah, I think let's just drop it. Okay.
How was your weekend?
It was pretty okay. I liked it. I had fun, and I just kind of played dress up with my son on
that
Saturday.
Instagram picture I saw.
Yes. Yeah, we watched The Dark Knight Rises, and he had seen it before. Actually, he hadn't seen it all the way through. Because when it came out like 2 years ago,
yeah.
I'm saying. Okay. Well, anyway, he was like 5, so it was not a movie that was going to hold a 5-year-old attention. So I showed him the key scenes, specifically where Batman was there, or Bane, or whatever, the fight scenes. So he hadn't seen the whole thing, and he actually sat through almost 3 hours with me. And,
wow.
And he loved it. And then Saturday night, we went and saw the hardcore legend himself.
It was awesome.
I took you. I snagged myself a pair of tickets, because I'm super important.
The boss
in the media world here in the Valley. So I just snapped my fingers, like that, and it happens. Like that's not true at all.
Do you know I don't know how to snap my fingers?
Wow.
Hey, there's another fun fact.
You don't know how to snap.
I mean
that's good. Yeah, but you look really awkward.
I'm just straining to fucking do it.
You look like you're holding an imaginary chicken wing.
But yeah, I've never been able. I remember being in the 2nd grade, and there was like there was a song that, you know how they make you sing songs when you're in school or whatever to like learn. You know, you like.
Were you doing a production of West Side Story?
Yes, I was doing. But there was a part in the song where everybody in the class had to snap.
Okay.
And I couldn't snap, and I remember thinking, I'll get it, and I never got it.
You never got it.
I never picked it up.
And here we are 20 years later.
And I still don't know how.
Wow. What the hell was I saying? Anyway, we went and saw McFoley.
Yeah, it was great.
He showed up at the El Rey to tell some stories from the road, and I brought you along just as a little thank you. And
during the Attitude Era, he was absolutely my favorite wrestler.
He was awesome.
He mentioned it in the show, but like he didn't look like everyone else. Mm-hmm. And I was a bit of a pudgy kid.
Right.
And I was like, look at this guy. He's doing it.
Right.
He's a fucking rocket. He's got a mask and he's crazy and he shoves a sock down people's mouths, but he's doing it. And I was like, man, that's cool. I could be cool. I never was cool. Right. But I thought, hey, maybe. And look
Were
at
you
me
shoving
now,
socks down?
Second banana on an unknown podcast. Living the dream.
You made it. Congratulations. Yeah. So back to the grind on Monday.
Monday. Because all the holidays are over, so.
Right. So now it's like official.
Yeah.
Welcome to 2015. Yeah. So anyway, let me get serious for just 1 minute real quick. Next episode is going to be intense, and I'm going to let you guys know ahead of time. I typically split episodes if we go over 45 minutes to an hour or whatever. I'll split them up into 2 parts. That's why we've had several 2-parters in the past. My mom and Robert Ceballos, and Patty was a 2-parter, and just stuff like that. But in this case, I have decided I'm going to let it roll. Let's rewind and turn the clocks back to episode 4 or 5. It was one of the Ceballos episodes. I told you guys that I spoke to an ex-girlfriend of mine, actually my first girlfriend of all time.
Ooh, I know you were being serious, but I'm still here, guys.
I know. That's cool. That's cool. And we spoke and we met and we talked for like 6 hours over coffee. It was just one of those really, really nice moments that I have never been able to share because I never allowed myself to share. And if you want to hear that whole spiel again, go back episode 4 or 5. It's at the end. Anyway, I talked for like 10 minutes about how I'm growing, as a human and as a person who's just trying to figure this out like everyone. Anyway, I also said that she was going to come down sometime around the holidays. And when she was down, there was a chance that she wanted to sit down and record. And that actually happened. That happened about a week ago. And it was a very, very... it was a very intense conversation. Maybe it's not as intense once you guys hear it as I thought that as when it was happening, but it was emotional and it was raw and it was a moment that, not very many people get to do. Not very many people will ever want to talk to their first girlfriend, first of all, and B, won't ever record it and share it with the world. But I decided that was part of the therapy that I needed. That was part of the healing process, and she was very agreeable, and she agreed to do it, and I thank her very much for that. And that's going to be next week. It's going to be a long episode. I'm not going to split that one up because I think that's going to kind of break the flow of the talk that we had. And I hope you guys find it as interesting as I would if I got the chance to listen to one of you guys speak to your first love and talk about, kind of dissect where it is, where the problems came up and how you became the person that you are today. Like, I think that that's fascinating to me. It's like a character study, a case study in psychology and relationships and everything. And that's just something that I didn't plan on doing that. I just wanted to literally talk to her and put it on the microphone.
I feel like the first relationship really is a foundation for how you feel the rest of your relationships are, because that's your first relationship. That's how you're going to base it off your second relationship, because that's all you know.
Right.
And then for a long time, that's like usually, okay, not usually, but sometimes when it's a real first relationship, it's the first time you say I love you, and that's a big deal.
Right. It's one of those things that, you know, whatever you learn in that first one, you carry on to the second one, and then you build off the second and first one to make the third one, and so on and so forth.
But there's still that first.
But you always carry that first one. That's the problem.
That makes sense.
So that's why I wanted to do that for me, and I'm just going to share it with all of you. So I hope you guys enjoy that next week.
I hope you enjoy that next week's episode also, because he's kind of not really wanting to do the longer episodes, but I'm telling him, and I hope you guys let him know, hey, it's okay to have a longer episode. We only get one PD a week. We want a long bit of PD.
Hey now.
Hey now. It's pretty good.
That was pretty good. I thought you were going to go.
That's all I know.
Don't think it's over, or don't dream it's over, something like that, right?
Hey now.
Don't
We should do karaoke.
We should. One day we will.
Like when you sang, I was like, oh, I could have sang too. I could have been backup. I forgot what you sang. Jingle bells.
No, I sang Have Yourself a Merry Little
Yeah, it was
Christmas.
beautiful. Thank you for that.
Thank you. That was my gift to all of you. I couldn't have you here because I would laugh throughout the whole thing. And that wouldn't have been. But yeah, that's true. We're going to have more fan interaction in 2015. I have some people who want to come back on the show to like do some trivia, like a trivia contest, and then
you want to have like a little mock game show,
right?
That'd be fucking fun.
Yeah, I think so too. So I think that's gonna happen sometime soon. There's so many ways and different directions we're gonna take this.
The beauty of the Unnamed Podcast, it is also uncategorized.
Exactly.
You can do whatever the shit you want.
Thank you, because that is very true. We don't have a set schedule. Well, we have a set schedule. We drop every Tuesday morning. We don't have a set topic.
Yeah.
And that's like that.
You're not an interview show. You're not a you are an interview show. You are a shoot the shit show. But you're like whatever the fuck kind of show you want to be.
Right.
We don't talk about Fight Club. I mean,
exactly. We talk about anything and everything here.
But not Fight Club.
Because you get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
So, anyway, let's wrap this one up.
Continue subscribing on iTunes.
Right,
Don't forget to rate and review on iTunes. The way iTunes has it set up is if you leave a review, they show us and say, hey, these guys are new and hot right now.
Right.
So the more people you tell about us, the hotter we'll be. And then maybe we'll get sponsors. And then maybe I'll get $1.
Yeah, we'll get to that point where, like, I have to pause the show right in the middle and be like, hey, sorry to interrupt, but I got to talk about McDonald's or something like that.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Right. But until that point, thanks for listening. That's really all I can ask. And I appreciate it. And Mark appreciates it.
Love you guys.
And I'm sorry I didn't have the questions ready. They're not. I'm put it out there. They're not going to happen next week. Next week is spoken for.
Well,
so,
I mean, you already told us what's going to happen next week.
Right.
It's going to be intense. I'm looking forward to it.
So the week after that is we'll carve out some time and we'll finally get to those questions and answers. So anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Thanks to our sponsor, Chico's Bail Bonds. And one more time, I'll let Mark say it.
Happy Taco Tuesday.
Bye-bye.